Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make an apron, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so we have a couple of restaurants that we do either t-shirts for them or aprons, and during COVID we couldn't get the aprons, so I started making them myself. Not only that, we can make a bigger logo instead of the little itty bitty logo that we can embroider on an already made apron. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be cutting. I'm gonna be using the laser to cut the actual patterns. You don't need a laser. All you need is literally scissors and a ruler. That's all you need. You don't need a laser. But I'm gonna be using the laser because I want everything to be nice and symmetrical. So the measurements that you're gonna need for the actual apron, it's gonna be 18 inches by 22 inches. And that's what I'm gonna be cutting right now. So that's it. That's all we need is just a square, just like you saw right there. Again, 18 by 22. Okay, so once you have your material cut, several things you can do. You can actually just go ahead and make the aprons just like this, just plain. But the main reason why we make our own and we cut our own is because we can actually embroider the apron before we actually put it together, therefore making a bigger logo. So let me show you. So on this one you can see that we can actually make a bigger logo once the apron is put together. We cannot make such a big logo because there's no way for us to put the hoops and everything that we need in there to embroider the actual apron. So now let's put them together. There you go. Another thing you're gonna need is a bias or a strip so you can make your bias for the strap, and that needs to be 1.5 inches wide. Boy, that's not very good cutting. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one of these little tools right here. This is a bias maker, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this through here, and what that does, that's actually gonna fold the fabric for me, just like so. Then I'm gonna use this machine or this iron to press it, so if it keeps that way, it keeps its shape. See, and once I fold it again, that's gonna create the strap that we're gonna use for the apron. Just as simple as that. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is we're gonna press this edge right here. We're gonna fold it back so it looks, you know, something like this. It's already done. So that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this, fold it over like so, and then we're gonna finish that edge. That's gonna be the first one. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this back 7 inches. And that's where our apron's gonna be. We'll sew this side right here, and also we're gonna have to fold it in like that, so it encloses the entire apron. That's the reason why we can put bigger logos than you know, such a small logo, because once we put the pockets in here, you can't put any big hoops to make something this big. Usually what we've been doing is just putting a small logo right here, and it's very tiny. It's like very small. So let me finish this edge right here, and then I'll come back and show you how to sew that together. So now that I pressed the edge, and if you notice, it's a double fold. That way, because the waitresses or whoever uses the apron, they're gonna be sticking their hands in and out a lot, and that's gonna protect the edge of the apron from being, you know, from getting frayed or anything like that. So now we're gonna secure that edge. We're gonna sew it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew about a 1/16 of an inch from the bottom of the, let me use this so I'm a little more, so it's straighter, from the bottom of the fold. Just like that. So now, I know this is black, it's gonna be almost impossible for you to see it, but trust me, that's sewn in together. Okay, so that's it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this 7 inches. It's gonna be 7 inches up. I'm gonna go ahead and press this just so it'll stay in place. And now we can do the pockets, and we can actually sew the side of it. On the sides, I'm also gonna be folding it double fold. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, how come I don't use something like this to make the bias and to make everything easier? I did try to make it, but let me show you real quick. And you'll see it once I'm putting the strap on the apron, you'll see it. So usually we'll use something like this. I could have used this on the edge right here, but once I sew it together, this right here, it will not work because this fabric is very thick and it's not gonna go through there. So that's the reason why I'm not using this or a bias maker. And the reason why I'm explaining that is because I know somebody's gonna comment and they're gonna be like, how come you're not using a bias maker? That'll make it a lot easier. The reason why I'm not using it, especially when you see me putting the strap on the apron, is because the fabric is way too thick. Okay, so I got the ends of the apron pressed, you know, fold them again, double fold, and I also put an edge on the top part. Don't worry about the color because you're not going to see it. The strip is going to cover that, but if you do want to put a line with the serger, if you want to change it to black, that's completely fine. Normally that's what I do. Let me show you on this other one. See, in this one you can't see it, but it's black. But this serger, it's under, actually under. You just can't see it because again, this one is black. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew this together, securing the actual apron in place, or the ends of the apron. Just like that. I'm gonna put another line right here, but I want to secure the ends first, and then we can come back and do that line. Okay, so now I am gonna do the one line, but it's gonna be a lot closer now. I'm gonna move this right here, the spacer. That's it. So this is ready. If you want to do your pockets, you can do them right now. You don't have to, but you can do your pockets right now. And for that, we're going to fold this in 3. That way you can come up with your pockets. That right there. So once you fold it in 3, go ahead and mark it. That way we know where the folds are. So it's right there and there. That's going to be for our pockets. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark a line on this pocket so I know where to sew it. Just like that. You know, that way it looks nice and straight. Now you know where your pockets are. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw another line at 1 inch, roughly at 1 inch. And that's gonna be for a pin, because you know waiters or waitresses, again, whoever wears this, they're gonna have to put a pin right there, and that's what the line's gonna be. And then the one for the pin. So now whoever wears this apron has a place to put a pin. If you want to draw another one, you can draw another one on this side. You know, that way they, you know, they'll have two. But that's how easy it is to create the apron. So now we're gonna do the strip, okay? Which is gonna be this one right here, right? So now we're gonna attach that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it. Let me cut it so it's nice and straight. And then right here too. And what you want to do is you're gonna grab the strip that you're gonna use, put it end to end, and we're gonna mark the center of it. That's my center. Put it aside, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the apron. There's my center right there. That way when I go to sew this together, I match both of the lines. Or actually, you know what, I can go ahead and sew it from there, just making sure that that's inside the strip, just like that. And this one I'm going to go ahead and sew the entire strip. Right here, when you get to the end of the strip, I'm going to open it up, cut at an angle both of the end pieces, just like that. Fold it again, and then fold the part that you actually cut. You're gonna fold it in, that way you don't see the end of the strip. Now I'm gonna fold it again the way it was and finish sewing. Just like that. And that way you trap the end of it right inside of the strip. So now we can do the same to the other side. Normally I don't start from the center, I just start from one end of the strip and sew the whole thing together. But in this case we're doing it this way just to make it easier, just for the video. So that's it, our apron is complete. But one more thing I'm going to do, normally on the aprons, this is the first thing that gives out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of lines right there. Then do another one. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another line on top. Just because I know they're going to be using this a lot. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Then we'll do another one right there. Just like that. That's how you make an apron. So one thing I didn't tell you guys is the actual strip. If you want your apron to go around your waist and then tie it in the back, your strip is going to be 60 inches. If you want it to be just like this one, where you tie your apron and you go all the way around so you can tie it in the front, kind of like what I'm doing right now, it needs to be 96 inches unless the customer specifies the actual length. Those are the two lengths that you're gonna make it. 96 for an all the way around and 60 inches to tie it in the back. So I'm just saying that because I did not tell you guys the actual length of the strip. I cut it, the width was 1.5 inches, but this one I actually cut it at 1 5/8 inches. Okay, so that's how easy it is to actually make this apron. I did not show you the embroidery because that's gonna be another video, right? So somebody that works in the food industry is gonna use something like this. It's a potential customer. Other people that actually I make this for is people that do window tinting. They use this a lot, believe it or not, but we customize the pockets that they want. For example, like whenever I do the window tinting, in the center I add an extra small pocket for their small tools. For example, this customer, they wanted 3 pockets in the pan, so you can customize it to whatever you want. I think it's very, very simple. Super simple. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see me do another apron, a different type of apron. The only ones I do not make is the full apron. I don't make those because it's like, dude, I just buy those. Those you can't really customize them unless you put some extra pockets in there, yes. But I usually don't make those because again, it's a lot of fabric. These ones are a lot easier. Not easier, but you know, more common. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. It's a pleasure like always. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and ding the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. Thank you guys, it was a pleasure like always, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye now. God bless you. See you later.